Hey Lemur fans, how's it going? Well, I've got a little bit of an announcement. Sorry to interrupt the video, but we've got merch, as you can see, at the-logic-lemur-shop.fourthwall.com. You can go to and look at some of this stuff. Now, I've been testing these things, working on designs, all that kind of stuff for the last couple of months, just to make sure this is a decent, or not decent, but good quality stuff that you all can enjoy. So I was just going to show you real quick what we've got here. And if you want to go take a look at it, there's going to be links in the description below for it all. And there's some good stuff here. So let's take a look. We've got the hoodies. Let's actually just go to the all products here and show you what we've got. So we've got hoodies. So there we go. Got the logos on the arm sleeves and all that kind of good stuff. We've got t-shirts, and these are in different colors, etc. So you can find something that suits your palette. So we've got t-shirts, which you've probably seen me wearing at some point. This one also has the Logic Lemur on the arm sleeve. We've also got a couple of things of mugs, or a couple of versions of mugs. We've got this one, which you've probably seen on the channel before. That's this guy here, and we've got one that has a ceramic glaze on it. We've also got some hats. So the one I'm wearing right now, plus this other one here. And again, these come in multiple colors. And this one has my latest logo, I guess an alternate logo, the LL logo that I've been working on. So these are all things you can get. And then last but not least, we have desk mats. So you can get the Logic Lemur desk mat. Put it up the right way if you can see it properly. But there you go. Pretty cool. So you can put that on your desk. It's great for the wrists to rest on instead of having a hard surface there. But anyway, there are promos available for orders, sizes, stuff like that. There's also some other things available that you can go through. I'm going to continue to try to tweak these things as we go, see what kind of reception we get for these products, and we'll go from there. But just wanted to let you all know this stuff is available. And again, links are going to be in the descriptions, and there'll probably be a little bar underneath the videos that's showing some of these products. Particularly if I wear them, I can link the product in the video itself. So anyway, sorry to interrupt your video, but this shop will be dropping today at the same time that this video is live. So hope y'all go there, check out some of this stuff, and thanks everybody for all the support and everything going forward. And I'll let you get back to the video. Thanks a lot. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another Fog of War puzzle in front of us. This one has quite a bit going on with it, though. It seems like we have multiple rule sets, and I kind of like the way this is being depicted in terms of what the clues are. I think it works quite well. In fact, it probably was necessary considering that we have two different clue types that are normally indicated in somewhat of the same way. So anyway, it's called Foggy Skyscraper Killer Sandwiches by pagedo. And let's jump into the rules, see what's going on, see if we can get this thing figured. So it's normal Sudoku. So every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. Now you will notice that we have an outer ring of clues, which are also under fog. So that's going to probably come into play here. Now let's look at the rule. So outside the grid, digit/clues. Get right into it. Skyscrapers, icon 2 vertical bars, which is this guy here. So if you see this, the 2 vertical bars is denoting that that is a skyscraper clue. And then on skyscrapers, each cell represents a skyscraper whose height is the digit in that cell. Taller skyscrapers obscure the view of smaller ones. Clues outside the grid tell how many skyscrapers are visible looking across the row or column from the direction of the clue. So this clue is telling us we can only see 2 skyscrapers along this column going from bottom to top. So there's going to be some organization of digits where only 2 are seen. And of course, in skyscraper terminology, a 1 would be the very lowest, 2 would be the next one up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, until you get to 9, where the 9 will obscure anything behind it because all buildings are lower than it. And here we would be able to see all 3 of these because the 1 would be the lowest building, 2 would be the next up, so it's higher than the 1, and then the 9 is higher than those. Little overview on skyscrapers. Then we have little killers. So icon, a diagonal arrow. That's a normal way of showing little killers. So clues outside the grid gives the sum of the digits on the indicated diagonal. Digits may repeat along the diagonal if allowed by other rules. So we have the one, well, currently we have one little killer clue, and it's pointing in this direction. So all of the digits along that line are going to add to the clue that's given. So in this case, 8. Then we have sandwich sums, which is icon of 3 horizontal bars. So this guy up here, see, it looks like a double-decker type sandwich. So that would works well there. So clues outside the grid indicate the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in that row or column. So somewhere along this column, we're going to have a 1 and we're going to have a 9. And then the digits that are located physically between them, let's say this was the 1 and this was the 9, these digits between them are going to be what add up to the given clue. And again, in this case, it is an 8. So if this was the 1, this was the 9, these 3 digits will add to 8. And that's sandwich clues. And everything outside of the 1 and the 9 are not counted. The 1 and the 9 themselves are not counted either. Okay, then other rules. Now we get into the interior of our puzzle here. So we've got cells with gray squares contain even digits. We have one here. This just means this is even. Cells with gray circles contain odd digits. We have one here. This is going to be an odd digit. Digits joined by a white dot are consecutive. Cells joined by a black dot means that one digit is double the other. This is Kropki pairs, and not all dots are given. So we don't have any black Kropkis showing, but we do have some white Kropkis. These two here will be consecutive because they're separated by a white Kropki. Now, if this was a black Kropki, these two would be in a 2-to-1 ratio or 1-to-2 ratio, or one would be double the other. Then we have the fog rule. So parts of the board are covered in fog. Placing the correct digit in all the revealed cells will lift more fog and reveal other cells. That's an interesting way of going about it's a dynamic fog of war type situation. So what it's saying is that we have to fill in all of the spaces that are currently exposed or open to see. And then only then, once we do that, will we get more clues or areas of the fog that clear so we can then proceed. So it looks like we're being kind of funneled into solving certain parts of it, and then we'll get funneled into another section after that. So, cool. So, all that said, a little bit lengthy because we had to go through a number of rules, but nothing crazy here. With that said, let's get into this puzzle, see if we can get it solved. Links in the description below, as always. Let's get at this thing, see if we can figure it out. Now, let's start with the obvious stuff. This is even, 2, 4, 6, 8. This is odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It can't be 7 or 9 though. 9 because of this, and 7 because on a little killer. These would have to be a 1 and a 0. Obviously it doesn't work. This can't actually be a 5 either if we think about it, because we have a 2 clue. So if this is a 5, these would have to add to 3, and they would have to be 1 and 2, and they can't be. Good. So we have this guy reduced down a little bit. This guy not so much. Now, we might be able to use, which one? I guess the skyscraper clue is the most restrictive. Because when we think about skyscrapers, you're always going to see the 9, no matter where it's placed. It needs to be placed in such a way that, or the digits in general need to be placed in such a way where we're seeing that 9 cage or the 9 cell and only one other, and the rest of them become blocked. Now, how is that going to happen? Can we use this information right now, or do we have to get a little bit more going first? Let's think. We know the 9's not in any of these. I guess technically it could be here. And then this would be an 8. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be an 8, but it'd have to be something high, like 6, 7, or 8, so that it can block off everything else. Now, this can't be a 9, because if it was, it would be 9, 8, 7, and we'd be seeing 3 cells already. So let's start coloring like we would a sandwich clue. We're going to put green as things where we can't put a certain digit. This one I'm going to go with 9s, and maybe we'll do a different color for 1s if it gets to that point. Not 9, not 9. Could this ever be 9? It could, because this could be 9, 8, 7, and then just one of these two would be visible. Okay. Again, this one could still be 9, and this could be a high-ish digit. Now, the sandwich clue in relation to this skyscraper, if we know one of these is a 9, does that actually tell us anything? Well, we know this is not a 9, first off, because if it is, this only sees one digit. So, this could be a 9, and this could be a 1. I guess is possible. Well, the 1 really isn't limited by this. It's more about where the 9 is. So let's think about, first off, if we're even looking down the right path here, it's kind of seeming like there can be multiple options here. Now, if this was a 9, let's say, that would force this to be 8 and 7. Which means we can never put the 1 on this side, because we'd already be way over it. So the 9 would have to go here with an 8, which doesn't work. So this can't be 9 either, which means this is not an 8, because if it is an 8, one of these would be a 9. So one of these two is the 9. Now, is it possible to rule this guy out? Because if he was the 9, the 1 would have to go in one of these two. In fact, I think it would just have to go here. And I don't think that would work. Because again, if this is a 9, we have to be able to have a gap of at least 1 to be able to put the 1 so that we have something in between a 9 and a 1 to make the 8 work. So this one wouldn't be a 1. This one can't be a 1 because it can't be part of this. This guy I don't think can be a 1. Because if it's a 1, this is a 2-3 pair. Well, 2 and 3 don't add to 8, so that's not the 1. This would be the furthest the 1 could ever go. Now, the problem with that is if this is a 1, the least this triple of white Kropkis could be would be 2, 3, 4. Well, 2, 3, 4 is 9. That doesn't work. So this isn't 9. This is the 9. We get rid of the coloring because we don't really need it anymore. If that's a 9, this is an 8. Now, is that going to say this is the 1? Yes, it does. Because the opposite way of the way we thought about from this direction. If this is the 1, or this is the 9 and the 1 was down here somewhere, it can't be here, it can't be here. It would have to be either here or here. Well, if it was here, this is 1, 2, 3, so this is a 2, 3, which doesn't add to 8. And if the 1 was here, the lowest this could ever be would be 2, 3, 4. Again, that adds to 9. So this is 1. Therefore, this is 3. This is a 4 now, so this has to be a 4 to get our little killer clue. These digits here are going to have to be from 5, 6, and 7. I'm just going to put those in for now. And now we need to think further about what these guys can be and how this skyscraper is going to work. Because the 9 is all the way up here. This digit here and this 9 are the only two digits that we can allow to be seen. So this can't be anything very low. And there has to be 1, 2, 3, 4 different digits that can hide behind it, which means it has to at least be a 5. which means it's 5, 6, or 7. Now, does that help us? It does, because that rules out, well, actually, this 5, 6, 7 rules this out from being a 6, because these would be 5 and 7. So this is not 6. This can't be a 2 either, because we'd have to put a 1 with. This is 4. These have to be a 3, 5. These are not 5s. That's a 6, 7 with the 3, 5. This is a given digit, and we should be able now be able to clear some more fog. What is this? 7? No, 1, 2, 2. This is 2, and that does clear more fog. Good. So now we know this digit is satisfying the skyscraper because it's either 6 or 7, so it's covering all of these, and then we have a 9. And we have our sandwich clue done. We have our 8 little killer done. So now we've got a 15 that just popped up, which means we can determine what this digit is. It's 9 and 6, which means this is 7. These are not 6s. And we've cleared this bit of information, so we're probably going to be able to figure out what this grouping is. Well, it can't go from 7 to, it can't go up from 7, because it'd be 7, 8, 9, that would break. So if it's 7, it goes 6, 5. If it's 5, it can't go down, because it'd be 5, 4, 3, so it has to go up. So this would be 6, this would be 7. So this just is 6. And there, wow, now we got an entire section going here. Cool. All right. So we have another 2 for our, ooh, that's interesting, for our skyscraper looking this way. And we have a 9 way up here, which means we can only have one digit here that can be visible. And it has to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different digits that are less than it, which I think just means this is an 8, because the 7 and 9 are taken out. So if we can't put a 6 here, because we can't put 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in here. So this is 8. Okay. Now, let's think further. So now this guy is actually done, because we have 8 and 9. We can't do anything else. Let's think about the 11 sandwich clue looking the other way. We have a 9. We have a 4. The 1 is going to have to go somewhere in here. It can't go here, because 9 and 1 is 4, is between them. That doesn't add to 11. Duh. This, I guess, could be 1, because this could be a 7. To get 7 plus 4 equals 11. This can't be 1, because this would have to be 2. Could this ever be a 1? For these, if this was a 1, we would already have a 4. We'd have to get 7 more without using a 1 and 3 digits. We can't do that. This is a 1. Get rid of you. Good. Now we know this is a 7. Therefore, this is 5, 7, 3, 5. This is 5. What are these two? We've got 2 and 8. This can't be 8. It's 2. This is 8. That's a 2. This can't be 1, so it must be 3. And this is a given 6, which opens more fog. Cool. Now, we get a little killer. Oh, wow. Interesting. This isn't just a little killer. This is a little killer clue, a sandwich clue, and a skyscraper clue. We can use this guy here, though, to start with the little killer. These are already 5, so this is a 1. These two digits are going to be, what, 4 and 9? Put those in. Now we have a black Kropki here to go along with our sandwich and skyscraper clue. So we're going to have to figure out the combination of all these to make this work. So we have to see 6 separate buildings. Is that going to give us a whole lot? It means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means that okay, it does. It means that the 9 has to at least be here, because we need to be able to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait, this one. This would be the first place a 9 could go, but it can't. And then we can't put a 9 on the black Kropki, so this is. Now, the groupings here, I think we're going to be able to figure it out. Like, where would an 8 go? Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Because if it went in any of these positions, we'd either have 2, 3, or 4 total possible buildings that we could see. This can't be an 8. This can't be an 8. So this one I don't think can either. Let's color just to keep our options here. Let's think if we kept this as an 8, this would be a 4. And it can't be. Okay, there we go. I was going to do a process of saying, well, if this 8 and this is 4, we only have 3 other digits, and that won't ever, well, that would work though, but because this can't, that can't be a 4, that removes that one. So the 8 goes here. Let's get rid of the coloring because we don't need that anymore. Now we also have the 9, and we have to put a 1 with it. And we only have 6 to get up to, so we can only have a maximum of 3 digits. But because of the black Kropki, this is going to have to be a 2-4 pair. Because whatever it's on here is not going to be, or is going to be part of what is counted between wherever the 9 and the 1 is. Because we can't put a 1, 2 here, because if you do, you only leave 1 space in the middle, which would be a 2. It doesn't add to 6. You can't put 3, 6, because that's 9, and the 1 has to go somewhere. Obviously, it can't be 4, 8. So this is a 2-4 pair. Therefore, this is 6. We have to finish and add our 1 and our 8. Good. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is now a thermo, essentially, because we have to see every single one of these, and since we have certain digits left, it just has to go in descending order, like that. Now, the 2 here says this is 4 and 2, and that frees up more space. Good. So we have another clue that is a little killer, a sandwich, and a skyscraper. So let's start thinking about that. Now, this guy has to see 7, so let's start with the skyscraper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the first place a 9 can go, and it has to go there. So this is the 9. That means that these will all be seen. We don't necessarily know what they are, though, because we can put anything behind the 9. But these will act in the essence of a thermo as well. And I wonder if we want to start putting those digits in. Interestingly, was this guy part of... No, he wasn't. Okay, I was going to say we didn't put digits here, but I think he was in the fog, or they were in the fog, when we had put in the last digit for this one. So therefore, this cleared plus this. Okay. Anyway, let's think about what we're doing here now. Because we have, again, we have a 9 here. There has to be a sandwich clue where there's a 1 going with this thing. And the most we can ever have is a gap of 2. So the 1 is either here or here. I'm going to mark that with the green this time. Not that you can't put them there, but you need to put them there. Because this is either a 9-1 with a 7, or it's a 9-1, and these are 2 digits that add up to 7. We can never put the 1 here, because you'd have 3 digits that have to add to 7, but you can't make 7 and 3 digits without using the 1. So, this could very well be 7. This... I don't think we can determine which one is which there, or how this is set up just yet. Because, again, the 1-7 would work, and then these just have to be in the remaining order thermo style. Or this could be the one, and this could have multiple ways to make a 7 in 2 digits. Obviously, it can't be 6-1, but it could be 5-2 or 4-3. And neither of those is removed as possibilities. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like the sandwich and the skyscraper are going to resolve this just yet. Unless we start going through this thing as a thermo situation. This could go up to a 3. Well, is that 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3? Yeah, that's correct. This can only go up to a 3, 1, 2, or 3, so it has to be a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's not a lot of room here anymore. 3, 4, it can't go to a 5. And the max it could have ever been would have been a 4 anyway, because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be 4, 5. And we're probably going to just get this taken care of now. 6, 7, and 7, 8. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff looking over. So this has to be in this kind of order, because we have to see every single one of these. And if this is a 2, it does mean that the 1 has to go up here. So this is the 1. This is the 7. Now, these are, again, just in the order that's remaining. So 8, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that 4 is going to give us the 9, 4. And now this 7 is probably going to be a given, because we can't do 5, 2, or 4, 3. So it is a 6, 1, and this has to be the 6 and the 1. There we go. Cool. We have more information to work with. We've got a skyscraper clue, a sandwich clue, and a little killer clue. Which one do we want to look at? How about the sandwich clue? Okay, so none of these are 9s. That's not a 9. This can't be the 9. This can't be the 9. So one of these two is the 9. And it means that either these two digits add up to 8, or this is an 8. Can we do something further there? Or do we have to actually start thinking about some Sudoku here? Because if this is a 9, these two add to 8. Could be 6, 2, could be 5, 3. Those would both work. This could be this. Oh wait, actually 6, 2 wouldn't work, would it? Because we can't put a 6 in either one. So it would have to be 5, 3. We obviously can't do 4, 4, and we can't do 7, 1. And it can't be 5, 3, because we have 5s looking here. Okay, so this is not the 9. This one is. Therefore, this is an 8. Cool. Let's put in these options real quick and see if something gets it. They are 5, 7, and 9. Yes, this has to be the 7. This has to be the 9. This has to be the 5. Now, this didn't clear this one, but we can't clear it until we finish all of this. So hopefully I did that correctly, and this isn't a problem. So let's continue the process. Now, these have to be what? 4 and 9. These have to be 7 and 8. And we're not going to get anything at these, but I was putting them in here is perfectly useful here. So 1 and 2. This 23 clue is better because now we can use this because we have 19 already. So this has to be 4. This has to be 9. We should, well, I don't know if we can work this one out just yet. Well, maybe we can if we think about what the possibilities for each of these are. There might be something there. So let's do that real quick. 2 can't be 1, could be 2, can't be 4, 5, or 6 by Sudoku. Could be 7 or 8. Those seem to be options. This one can't be 1 or 2, could be 3, can't be 4. Could be 5. Can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, we are getting limitations there. We also might have been able to use this clue here, but I'm already walking down this path, so I'm going to stay on it. This one can't be 1, but it could be 2, 3, 4. Can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So there is quite a limitation here. The most these can ever be is 9. And this being a 7 would get us up to 16. So we would need at least a 7. So this can't be 2. This probably can't be 2 as well, right? Because if we do the maximum here, we're looking at 13. This is 20. Yeah, so this can't be 2. So we do get some reductions here, but I think we still have a little bit of wiggle room that we could have. Let's think about the skyscraper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can, there's the possibility of seeing 6 of these cells. We only want to see 5. Oh, and we can just place a 7 here if we think about the column. This is 7. Can we do anything else like that? What are these digits? Let's think about it that way. 2, 3, 4, and 6. That's correct. This is not 3 or 6. This is not 2 or 4. This is not 2 or 4. We get a 3, 6 pair, which means this is 5. This is 4. This is 2. Now we know what these are. They are 16, so we need a 7. Good. Now we're going to have to be able to figure out what these two are. It's probably because of this clue here, right? Because we see 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. So we cannot see both of these, which means the 6 has to go in front of the 3. Shoot, that didn't open anything up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm wondering if there just wasn't any fog to be revealed there, or if I've messed something up. Let's continue and see what happens. 4 and 8. This will be 8. This will be 4. What are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. Let's look at you 3. We've got 1, 2, and 3. This is not... Okay, wait, 1 and 3 says this is 2. This is 3. This is 1. Now we can probably start to correlate back. This is 8 and 7. Let's start thinking about all of these crosses, because then we probably have something that's going to open them all up. And again, hopefully we didn't mess something up, but we don't know, I guess, at the moment until we go further. 3, 5, not helpful. 1 and 6, not quite helpful. One of these is going to do it, though. I'm going to have to. 2 and 5, no. What are you? Yeah, there's a 9 in one of these, so it has to be this one. And this then has to be, what, a 4? Yes. Okay, we're still not quite there. These have to be from 3 and 6. That all appears to be correct. Let's make sure I didn't make a faux pas. Doesn't appear to be, which makes me even more nervous. Don't need you, phone. Go away. Yeah, I am feeling like I've messed something up now. Let's make sure these were all right. This is the 1 and the 9. That gives us the 8. 19, 24, 23. 9 plus 14 is 23. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. No, I screwed that up. That's what I screwed up. I just saw it. For some reason, my brain doesn't work properly. We have to see both of these because this 4 is always hidden. Shoot, I hate that. 3, 6. Now it opens up. Okay. minor mess up. This is a 4. This is an 8. I had a feeling once it didn't clear that there was something my brain just did not work with. This is still a 2, because we need 1, 2, and 3. So this is 3, this is 1. This is a sandwich clue, which means this is, yeah, that's all. We needed the 1, 3 to work here with the 9 to be able to differentiate the rest. This is 2 and 1. The 7 still says 8 and 7. This becomes 8. These become 5 and 6. That one isn't done. What are these? 2 and 5. We can do that. 5, 2. That does finish 6 and 5 then. Good. These are 4 and 9. We can do that. 9, 4. And these are 3 and 6. So 3, 6. There we go. You saw the puzzle solution is correct after messing up in basic math, which is surprisingly most of the time how I mess things up. Not being able to count that you can't see this 4 screwed me. Anyway, it all worked out in the end. Really fun puzzle. I really did enjoy the style of this puzzle in how you were really forced to determine specific cages or regions and cells, etc., before you were ever allowed to move on to the next section. So awesome. Really did enjoy that puzzle. Can't say enough about it, but that's about all I have to say at the moment. So maybe I can say enough about it. Anywho, I'm going to stop blabbing. Hope you enjoyed this puzzle, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.